on route to Cave Castle Hotel. Okay, singing waiters ready to go?
Yes, we are ready to go. We are here for Steph and Paul's wedding. Look at this venue. It's going to be a good one. Shh. Been waiting here long? Yeah, a while. It's going to be a good wedding today. Yeah, got a feeling, you know. What do you do for your job? A bit quiet, aren't you?
How did you first get into the entertainment, and what's your passion for performing?
Okay. Yeah, basically when I was about 3 or 4, went abroad on our first holiday, and in the hotel that we stayed in, it was amazing. There was a guy playing guitar, singing, and I noticed everyone standing around and clapping. I was thinking, I'd like that attention. So I decided that I was going to be a singer about 3 or 4. I had always had like the pen, singing in the microphone, and wearing the costumes and always performing and stuff like that. So probably from an early age.
Great.
But yeah, but I got bought on holiday that year. Got bought a doll by a German lady, and realised that I could get bought things for singing as well. So and getting up. So that's where it started. Making people happy, and yeah, making people happy. That's where
I was chucked the guitar when I was about 4 years old.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it was just like play that, and went to music and done all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us about your very first performance?
Okay.
And what do you remember most about the experience?
Yeah, so my first professional performance was when I was about 11.
Right, okay.
So I heard at school they were looking for a professional production. They were looking for children for a show. And I just joined high school, and I thought, right, that's it, I'm going to go for this, because I didn't want to be in school. I'd rather have gone into the theatre.
Yeah.
And I knew as soon as I walked into that I wanted to do it, so I was like, well, I'm going to get a part. So basically I did 80 shows.
80 shows?
A Christmas Carol, yeah, as one of the children in the show.
So that definitely got you into the whole
massively
thing.
into theatre.
The confidence was built really, really early on.
Confidence was built early on, because you couldn't get me off any holidays. You couldn't get me off the stage. You couldn't get me any music. I was performing everywhere. My worst thing that I used to do was Mary Poppins or Annie. It was on back-to-back videos, and I would sit and sing. And that's what I've always done. And yeah, you couldn't just get me off. You couldn't get me off the stage. I was stood there if I had to get on the stage to sing.
So over your career, have you seen the entertainment industry evolve? Have you seen it evolve? And especially regarding TV opportunities. So
yeah, massively. I left college at 18 in Manchester, went to drama school, musical theatre. I did a showcase where I got picked up by an agent, and on my first audition I got a job in television, and
Amazing.
I thought, yeah, the first job, and I thought that's how it worked, and I thought, that's it, I'm going to walk into every audition and I'm going to get, the work I did. So I had a really good run to begin with, and then as I went on, I realised I think that more work I wanted then.
So you got into TV really, really early then? So what was the TV that you've done? What programme was it?
So my first audition I ever had was at Merseyside Television with Dorothy Andrews, casting director, and I went in. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, just went in, being myself, got to read a script, thought, I don't know what's going to happen here, I'm just going to stick to singing, and literally I got a phone call the next day saying, we've got a part for you in Brookside. Yeah, Brookside. So it was actually a part I did 18 months.
So if you're a Scouser,
yes,
you'll remember Brookside. How many years ago that was?
That was
25 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a really popular programme on Channel 4.
Let's bring it back, to be honest.
Yeah, they do.
They need to bring it back.
Bring back all those old characters.
Yeah.
Jimmy Corkle again.
Yeah, classic Liverpudlian television.
So that really was a good grounding for you, wasn't it? Doing that, giving you confidence again. It came from the early life, but then doing the TV then sort of give you that stance. Yeah. And this is what I want to do.
Yeah, I've done loads of other television after that, and I did theatre as well. But I continued then just sticking with singing. But I tell you what, the difference now, going back into acting, it's really exciting, but it's all done by, there's not a lot of face-to-face auditioning now. Everything is done self-tape.
You mentioned this to me, so you're currently at the moment, aren't you? I know you mentioned to me you've enrolled with Spotlight. Is it Spotlight? Is it?
So
they're like, what? Explain type of agency. Okay. What type of agency are they?
So Spotlight aren't an agency. What they are, it's like a directory for an actor. So if you are a professional actor, in order to get work, you need to be registered with Spotlight.
Yeah.
And you have all your photographs, you have your work. It's a little bit like a recruitment page where you have all your information, and then that information is then used by all of the agents to then look and view your show reel, your photographs, your work that you've done.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant process.
So these are quite a respected.
Oh, Spotlight, yeah.
Yeah, within the industry. Yeah. So again.
Yeah. You need to get credits in order to go on.
So any of the viewers out there that are looking for maybe wanting to get into acting, what would you recommend to them in regards to what's the best avenue for them to go? Would it be enrolling with someone like Spotlight and seeing where they can push it, or again, are they quite choosy on who they pick?
Do you know what? There's a lot of different routes to go into acting. There's a lot of like community theatre around the areas that you can get into, whether it be amateur or professional. You can also look at going to classes. There's a brilliant school in Chester that I go to, which is North West End Acting School. You can go there for up to 2 years, and then you can get put on Spotlight after they're accredited, so you can go to them. You can go and apply for the national theatres. You can look at the theatre schools in London. You can even approaching whether it be casting directors directly. Do you know what the biggest thing I've learned is? You don't need to have a lot of experience. You just need to. The biggest thing you need to have if you want to be an actor is drive to create things for yourself. If you've not got work, you need to look at writing your own work. You need to just look at who's filming in the area. You need to put yourself. It's really putting yourself out there.
So have you ever thought about doing any writing yourself? Have you got anything in the pipeline? Maybe.
Yeah, I'd love to do writing. It's something I'd love to do. I've got plenty of stories. Believe me, I've doing the singing for all these years. It's something that I'm looking at currently doing at the moment, and I've also got a fantastic lady, friend, just another day, Jen. She does blogs, and she's brilliant. She's a fantastic lady who's Scouse, and she writes about her day-to-day life. It's brilliant. So we're looking at putting that onto film at the moment, with a view of looking at it to try and get it put forward for TV shows. So doing that myself. Things like we're doing a summer slam where we go to theatres where we put on pieces and performances, show reels, filming stuff for you like YouTube, for the likes of Instagram.
Yeah. Do you think it's a little bit more difficult now for people that are starting off doing the acting? I know from a singer's point of view, I always think back in the 90s when I was starting out doing it, and the opportunity is a bit old, you see. Back in the 90s, in the early 90s, there was so many opportunities for a singer because they had the working men's clubs and they had the social clubs, so you were able to do that scene, and it's gone that now. So for a lot of the young ones now trying to get into singing, I know it's quite difficult. It seems to be coming back around again. It becoming more popular, I think, definitely. But in regards to the acting side, you mentioned them before. In the day, if we rewind back to when you were doing the Brookside days, did you go in for an interview for that? Did you have to go and see a cast members? You mentioned them before. It's not done that way anymore, is it?
No,
so
ever
explain
since,
how it's done.
Yeah, so years ago you would go in, the process you would do is you would be invited, they would view your profile on Spotlight, you would be invited for a face-to-face interview, you would go in and read a script with them, you'd be filmed, and then you'd be told if you've got the part. Since COVID, obviously with people not being able to see face-to-face, it changed, and a lot of things were being filmed, self-tapes, where you could be in your lounge at home, you could be anywhere, and you could film it, and then it's sent to view to the casting director. Pros and cons of it, it's brilliant now as an actor because of costs and stuff like that. Years ago, if you had no audition in London, like I could work all week singing and then be paying for trains to London for a half an hour interview. You know, so it's great financially for actors that they're a lot more flexible. The downside, I think, to it is that you don't really get to show your personality on your self-tape as much as what you would do if you were meeting face-to-face.
That's right, yeah.
So there's pros and cons. I think self-tapes are brilliant. I think face-to-face is coming back a lot more now. I think I've heard casting directors are looking to move self-tapes aside. They want to get to know people, want to know how people work, if they are reliable, if they're a good team player. They want to know that now. So but you know, acting's about, there's no right or wrong. You either are, you walk in a room and you do something, and the casting director will go, I love that. That's what I was looking for.
I suppose your face fits the part sometimes as well. They're after a certain particular style or look or whatever that be. Now moving on to that one, Claire. Like I know you've got a few things in the pipeline at the moment, and I know that you've done a couple of different auditions as well for various different TV, well-known TV.
Trying.
But So where do you think that's going to lie in the future in regards to marrying that in with your current sort of routine and career? Because I know you're busy with the singing waiters.
Yeah.
I know Claire also does a lot of work with the bands as well.
Yeah.
You've got various different bands and entertaining. So it's not just the singing
I
waiters.
get about, kind of
She
like
does
you,
get about.
in a different way, but a nice
she
way.
does get about, yes. So where do you think that's going to lie? Because, you know,
What, fitting them together?
yeah, how are you going to marry it all together?
Always do, really. Well, I'm a mum of 2 boys, so I've got my 2 boys. Obviously, singing for me is something that I've always done and need to do, so I'm going to continue doing that. But the television side is, I'm really excited to potentially look at sort of TV is my key thing at the moment to get back into. So yeah, it's just making. I think I can fit. Well, you can fit anything in that you want to. If you want to do something,
Yeah.
you'll make it work, won't you? At the end of the day. So yeah. But
Well, we all have busy lives, don't
Yeah,
we?
of course
We
we
just
do,
make
yeah.
it work. Well, it's great speaking to you,
Thank
Claire.
you.
And we're going to get back in the room now, and we're going to entertain
Yes, we are.
our guests. We've done the singing waiters during today.
Yeah,
and now
it went
we're
really
gonna,
well, didn't it?
Yeah,
It was
it went
good.
really, really well.
Yeah.
And we're going to pop ourselves back into the main room, and we've got a couple of like acoustic style sets that we're going to do. So we'll see you back in the main room now.
Thank you.
Everybody's asking why I'm smiling out from ear to ear, but I know, but it's perfect, none, it's perfect after fighting through my tears. 'Cause finally you put me first, baby, it's you. You're the one I love, you're the one I need, you're the only one I see. Come on, baby, it's you. You're the one that gives your all. You're the one that always calls. Finally, you make everything stop. Finally, you put my love on top. Come on, baby, you put my love on top, 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 top. You put my love on top. Come on, baby. Bring it back, sing it back, bring it back, sing it back to me.
Come on, Piper.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me.
So our time in Cave Castle Hotel now is done. It's time for us to hit the road. I'd like to thank all the many subscribers over the last couple of weeks that have supported the channel. If you're not subscribing, then please do so. But once again, thank you very much.